right, next, let's write the letter T. Let's practice writing the letter T. A pretty easy letter to write, right? Just straight lines that we put together. So let's practice our lowercase t's, our uppercase t's, and then we'll write a sentence. Practice along with me at home so that we get efficient, right? So we get really fast at writing our letter T's so that when we're writing, we don't even have to stop to think about how we do it. So practice with me at home on whatever you have to write with. Pencil, paper, marker, whiteboard. Use your finger in the sky. Whatever you have, practice along with me at home. Let's do our lowercase t first. Okay.
Tall as a tower, make talking to stand. Go from head to toe and then from hand to hand. Tall as a tower, make talking to stand. Go from head to toe and then from hand to hand.
All right, when we're writing talking tests, we start at the cloud line, we come down to the grass line, we pick our pen up, and then we make her arms across. Cloud line, grass line, pen up, make her arms across on that airplane line, that railroad track line. Now, talking test in Letterland has that little curve up like that of her feet. You might see her that way in books, but it's easier just to write our talking test as a straight line down and a straight line over, right? Make sure her arm and leg, or her arm line is not as long as her body line. Her arm line doesn't need to be that long, otherwise she takes up too much room. So we just draw a short little line across. Talking tests, right? Sometimes we see her like this, but we don't need to draw her like that, right? Sort of a backwards J with a line through it. Okay, easy peasy, 2 straight lines. Make sure when you're writing your talking test that you're being careful to draw her arms straight across, because if they get a little slanty, then it starts to look like an X. So make sure that your lines are nice and straight. Practice that. Okay, now let's write our capital letter. We find her capital letter or her uppercase letter at the start of important words and also at the start of a lot of sentences. We see that capital letter T. So it's important to practice how we write that. Again, just 2 straight lines, so it's pretty easy. Let's practice. Maybe. Okay, first song's gonna. Okay. Ready?
Talking Tess can grow very tall. With her head in the clouds, you can't see her at all. So draw a straight line from her neck to her feet, then another left to right, pull her arms straight and neat. Talking Tess can grow very tall. With her head in the clouds, you can't see her at all. So draw a straight line from her neck to her feet, then another left to right, pull her arms straight and neat.
Okay, so we can see on talking Tess here that when she gets taller, right, her head disappears in the clouds, just like Jumping Jim. So we don't have that top part of her body anymore. But her arms go across on that cloud line, and then her body comes from the cloud line to the grass line, just like it does up top, right? She's one of our tall letters, even when she's lowercase. And then we draw her arms up across the top of the line. This is not like the letter I or the letter J where you get to choose if you put the top line on. If you don't put the top line on for talking test, you've written the letter L. So she needs to have her arms up top, across her. So make sure you're writing your letter T, your capital letter T's that way instead of like this, right? Her arms are now at the very top. Again, super easy. We're just drawing straight lines. One long one down, one short one across the top. Okay, let's write a sentence that has both a capital letter T and a lowercase letter t in it so that we can practice both. Let's write the sentence, talking Tess can make 10 tacos. Talking Tess can make 10 tacos. Talking Tess can make 10 tacos. Do you think we can do it? Let's start with her name. So we start with a capital letter T, straight line down, then her arms. Now the word talk is a little weird. It sounds like it's an O, but it's an A. A-L. Talk. K. No C there. Not sure why. Talk, and then we need one of our bells of Letterland, right? Talk-ing. Ing. I. And then our noisy Nick and Golden Girls singing to each other to make that ing sound. Talking. Now we need the word Tess, so space, and then write the second part of her name. S. We put Sammy Snake and his sister Sally next to each other on that line. Talking Tess, space, can. K. Can. Easy word, sight word. Talking Tess can make, space, A, Mr. A, K, and then we need a magic E here. When a magic E is in a word, it's always a K and not a C. We'll talk about why, but when a magic E is in a word and it makes that k sound, it's a kicking king making that sound almost always. Talking Tess can make 10, the number 10, so we need a lowercase t, noisy Nick. Talking Tess can make 10 tacos, so space, lowercase t, It's actually an A, making that O sound. Not sure why, but it is. Clever cat. And then we need an actual Mr. O at the end, right? Taco. Talking Tess can make 10 taco doesn't make sense. We've got to put an S there. Tacos. Sleepy Sammy. Period. Talking Tess can make 10 tacos. Awesome. Write the sentence, illustrate the sentence, and send me a picture. Nice work.